Next one of you mofos keeps commenting spammy ish my ish. He's gonna get spanked. Anyway, keep telling me about this plug power ish. Like, I mean, I think this is a really good long term one. I gotta ask my boy Martin Shkreli though. He would know. He's a fundamental just nerd. Well, I think this one can pop. You know, it low-key is this year. Took down the yearly low. You can expect it to close inside this candle. That's fine. The next candle should carry momentum. Then you would want to see it close at least above this gap, fair value gap right here. You know, this fair value gap. This is the bottom of it. But anyways, 12-month chart. Nothing too crazy. It's not as bullish as I think. That's very bullish. 6-month chart. Who's your daddy? That's what just happened. Order block. Boom. Whenever price comes into here, you can enter. There's a gap here. Didn't close above this gap. Usually you want to see it close above gaps. That's how you determine if they're really bullish or bearish. Gap right here, you'd want to see it close above for sure. 3-month chart, I don't see any more gaps. Gapped up here, that's good. Can't close above this gap. Close above this gap. Fair value gap here. Big gap. Damn, boy, that's a big ass. That's a big boy gap. Ooh. You want to, oh yeah, you want to see that close right there. That one like yellow. Probably when you do these, you just see so many of the same like box. You're supposed to label them in this, but I don't got time for all that now. That's bullish, boy. You'd want it, ideally, you want it to close here. But, you know, what's fractal with a monthly? The daily chart, right? You drop to your daily. Bullish, you can enter here. Oh man, I low-key might buy them. I already bought some. I think I bought some. I think I got this candle right here is like a fair value gap I entered on right here. Yeah, down there. Yup, that was like early May. Holy crap. I'm nice. Wow. Anyway. I called that one out too on my Discord. No one joined my Discord yet, so that's their fault. But that's money. You want, and it closed this way today? Now, see what you're really you're trying to, just hard, you're building all these frameworks on gaps and ish, but you know, you don't want it to close below here on the weekly, but you drop to the, you know, daily, draw your gap, close above the 50% of that. It's probably going to the high. Tomorrow you want to close above that high at least. But if so far it's bullish. It gave opportunity for it to close. It's a gap here. It could have chased after. It didn't want to. Didn't want to close. Even in this, none of these candles closed below it yet. Now that can change, obviously, but that's pretty bullish sign, man. And I mean, we're on the 4-hour chart. That's money, dude. Fair value gap right here. Oh yeah. I mean, if you're a G, you could have just entered there. Now, that's a nasty looking chart, bro. I can't lie, chat. You know. But yeah, so I want to do on the monthly. Monthly, you want to draw my fibs. I love the fibs. These are perfect price levels. Perfect. You see how these guys guessing, that's a price level. That one right there is a lot of resistance. No, that's just fake. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. These Fibonacci. You draw it from the low, swing low, which is you got the low, and then the next two candles, the candle before it's lower than the middle one, and then the candle to the right of it, in front of it, is also lower than the middle one. That's the swing low. I did it here because, you know, it's just relative to what I'm seeing. This was the high. On a daily, it's probably going to be a swing high. See? See this? This is the highest point. This is lower than this. That's lower than this. It's next to each other. Now, if they're all staggered, then you'd have to go to a higher time frame that would tell you what chart that swing high would be on. But anyway, you can also do the same gap-ish here. Watch. If you see a price close above these levels, that's more bullish than bearish. If it's bearish, why would it want to close? It would want to close below, right? But if you drop the hour, it probably close below. That's why, I mean, that's why you have framework, you know. That's just money. Also, PD arrays, like fair value gaps, inverse fair value gaps, order blocks, whatever, all the mitigation ish. I don't know. All uses fair value gaps low key. Breaker blocks, whatever blocks, gaps ish. They all line up on these levels on a smaller time frame. Depending what chart you did it on. I did mine on the monthly, so on, you know, other ish, it's gonna be lined up. But 4-hour chart, like, oh my gosh. And I mean, right here, there's a gap. What did price do? Went right through it. Right here, you can be bearish. But also understand, this is a 4-hour chart. So from this point, 4 hours, I can expect the next 2 days to come down. Not realizing the weekly closed above that gap I was talking about. I just noticed that, actually. That's bullish. It closed above this yellow zone, which was an imbalance on a higher time frame. It's more bullish than bearish. Now you got this. You drop to the smaller time frame, so you can like almost not perfect. You cannot perfect anything, but you can get a very, very valuable entry on a lower time frame, you know. So there's just a lot of gaps here. That's fine, because we're worried about the bigger time frame. It's just these can give you like, okay, it might come down a little bit, retrace, but as long as it's holding, you're fine. Like the weekly money, you can low-key enter now. This is a great entry. Now if it closes below, get the fuck out, because it's not as bullish as I thought or you thought. Excuse my language, I shouldn't be cussing. I'm sorry, Lord. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna rip, man. We either can rip or dip. But I'm more bullish than bearish. And we can go up to this blue zone, but then you play the levels, man. If we close above this, this zero level up here, that's the high of that range. This is because of the trading hours. But anyway, if close above here, about close. If it gives a close above that, man, we could be ripping, man. Ripper Magoo. And then there's a gap up here you'd want it to close above. Once that happens, probably going to run here. It's just little imbalances. You go to the higher time frame, you can really find where price will be going. Imbalance here, price could go to is a fair value gap here. You want to see it close in first. Once it closes in, you can ride that move up through, and then once it closes above, you can ride that higher. You know, you can just keep riding on, like, you know, nuts and stuff. But anyway, I'm done. Like, subscribe, help me get to Miami, man.